Hello everyone, how are you feeling today? It's really strange. It's overcast here, and so it looks like it's cold. Then you go out, it's actually warm, but it smells smoky again. So I don't know where that's coming from. Here we are, and towards the end of September, we're still getting smoke from wildfires, I'm assuming. Let's look at some cards. Okay, so my feelings from the video that I posted yesterday have not changed. I am still hopeful. The message I received that I put in another video was that it's time to get these wheels turning, people. Get this wagon out of the mud and prepare for fall and winter. And bring in some goodness. Bring in some goodness. So many of you are terrorizing yourself by what you're listening to. And I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying human beings aren't meant to be bombarded with bad news every day, day after day, is what it seems like. We're not meant for that. So take care of your mind and your body, and today is a good day to do something healthy for yourself. Even small changes can reap big rewards. Even the smallest key can open the biggest lock. Shall I go on? No? No? Okay. Alrighty, what do we need to know for our best and highest good for today? This weekend, let's just call it for the weekend. How's that? Yes. Yes. So new life. Yay. Higher power. And deep knowing. Basically validating everything that I've just been saying, that it's time to breathe new life into this situation. We can't control external circumstances such as they are at this point, because you know what? This is bigger than you and me. It's bigger than all of us actually, and it has to play itself out. So we must allow it to play itself out. That doesn't mean we make it worse. That doesn't mean we contribute to it staying longer. It just means we don't do the things I talked about earlier in the other video. We don't spread fear. We don't fight with each other. We don't put little memes up that we think are funny, but really they're very dismissive. We don't be willfully ignorant, and on and on. So new life. So in case you didn't see the other video, the image that I received this morning was about wagon wheels and the idea that we've been stuck in the mud here in this wagon and we're like pioneers. It's time for us to be the warriors and the pioneers that we are, because so many of us are here at this time to usher something new in, and this is what this is. And yes, it's not going to end tomorrow, but it is going to end. It is going to end. This winter will probably be very similar to last winter, so prepare yourself. Get the things that you enjoy, bring something new in, take an online class, teach yourself a new skill, really clean your house. If you're like me, I'm planning on painting a couple of bedrooms, so I already have the paint, so when the day comes that I'm like, I want to do this today, I'm ready to go. And this is not about panic buying. This is about thoughtful, intentional creation. So new life, people. And I know a lot of you are saying, how can you even say that? Alberta is under a state of emergency. I understand that. I understand that very well. But do you think we're going to stay in a state of emergency for the rest of our time here on Earth? No, no. So we deal with that the best we can, and we look forward. And I often speak about being in the moment and accepting where you are, and we have to do that. We have to accept where we are in order to change it. So we can't ignore it. We can't do, oh, please just go away. We can't do that. We have to look it right in the face and go, okay, I see this. But this is not where we're going to stay, and we move forward. And I'm happy that card came up, because that is just how I'm feeling right now. That even though it feels like we're moving backward, remember there's no such thing as moving backward. There's in the moment that is creating the forward momentum. There's no going back. There's no back there. And so I'm very happy about that. And then higher power is all about trusting in divine timing, divine will, divine creation, trusting in the divinity that is you. You are divine. I am divine. We are all divine. And there are going to be people who are not going to be participating in the new creation. They might come along at a different time, years down the road. They may not. It may not be in their chart to birth this world we're trying to create. And what do I mean by that? Because in my other video, I kept saying, create the new, create the new. What am I talking about? I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about new medical systems, new ways of educating our children, new ways of handling currency, money. We're seeing power topple. This is all coming up to the surface for us to see it, because we've sort of been shuffling along in our comfort, depending where you're living. But if you're listening to this, you're probably living in relative comfort. And we've gotten complacent. And this time has been prophesized. This is not a blip on the human history. This has been prophesized. So why then? Why? Because the old ways of doing things aren't working any longer. And maybe they worked at some time. I don't know. I'm too young to know, what worked in the 40s or the 50s, and certainly what worked hundreds of years ago and thousands of years ago. I can only tell you that when you look around, you can see that greed and profit and power has been running this world for too long. And I guess that's what I mean when I say new. That there are going to be enough people on this planet who are going to create new life, bring new life into the way we live every day. And it's going to take time. But in the meantime, let's dream about that and imagine what that looks like. And it always comes back to the individual, because I can't control what thousands of people are going to do or millions of people are going to do. I can only control what I do. I can only control how I live my life, how I make change, how I teach my children, how I live by example. And then when I see something else that isn't good or is not working for me, I change that too. Rather than waiting for something to miraculously show up, we have to step into that power. And it may seem simplistic, and I'm certainly not spiritually bypassing by saying, let's just all get happy and pretend nothing's happening. No, not saying that. I'm just saying we can do both. We can have an eye on what's currently happening, and we can have an eye on where we're going. So let's build together. Whether that's how you're changing your business, whether you've decided to become something else, you're retiring, you're changing the way that you eat, you're changing your exercise program, you're getting more gentle, more compassionate, you're forgiving. These are all important aspects. There isn't just one way to be, one way to do this. It's little things over and over and over. And any business model will tell you that, but in a spiritual world, in an energetic world, it is exponential, the results that will come from the consistency. So what are you doing today? After you listen to this video, I hope this is inspiring you. And what are you going to do today? Rather than go and look up the COVID stats, or call a friend and fight, or call a friend and bitch about the other side, what else are you going to do today? Because that isn't working. We've already discussed that. That only got us here where we are. So let's get those wagon wheels rolling and get out of this muck, okay? And higher power is the catalyst for that. And it's the paintbrush, it's the canvas, it's the paint. Bring in your higher power. And then deep knowing. So this is all about trusting intuition. We got higher power and deep knowing. This is asking you to go within. So take 2 minutes today and sit. And it doesn't matter if you don't receive some huge revelation. Just take that time and go, okay, what am I missing? What have I put to the side? Sure, there are still restrictions, but we can't live like that forever. We can't just keep saying restrictions, so I'm not doing anything. How can you maneuver? How can you bring something else in that you've never tried before? Again, we must prepare. One video I did, I saw the squirrels running across the fence. Squirrel medicine is about preparation, right? So we must prepare for this fall and winter. We must. But can we do it from a different energy versus this heavy, put upon, forced energy? Because it's no longer serving us. I don't know if it ever served us, other than to say it probably forced a lot of people to look at their lives and make change. So that would be a benefit. But if you're still in the same mindset, it's not helping you. So you need to try something else. And we need everybody to push here. We need everybody to push this wagon out of the mud. Everybody. And it matters what you do. It matters. It matters every time you want to say something to someone and you stop yourself and you reflect. It matters every time you want to just be angry and you go, I wonder what their point of view is. It helps every time you think someone's a complete moron and you go, I'm still going to see them as a soul first. It matters. It matters. I promise you. And that's the messages I'm receiving. We have to move forward, breathing new life into this and still dealing with what is in front of us. Again, we're not spiritually bypassing. But as we all know, when we turn away from something and we turn toward something, the thing that we have moved from gets smaller. It gets smaller and more manageable. And the thing that we focus on grows and grows and grows. And I don't want to grow this current situation anymore, do you? This is what we have done. We have grown it and grown it and grown it until it's become so big and massive that we don't know what to do with it any longer. So we need to let the air out of this. And it's interesting, I keep talking about air, because with COVID, as we know, it affects the lungs, it affects your breathing. And so we need to just see ourselves breathing air into something else and supporting each other. And even if that support means you're not retaliating, doesn't mean we all have to be best friends now. I'm not a kumbaya kind of person, but I am somebody who is civil and respectful. And if somebody is really annoying me, I don't feel like I have to fight with them. I understand universal law. I understand karma. I understand energy. So it's not my place. Let everyone just be where they are, because it's all going to be revealed at some point. And so I don't have to jump on anybody else. And I hope you are feeling that way too now. So let's breathe together. Actually, let's do that. Calling for that today. So there's been studies done that a count of 5 in, a count of 5 held, and a count of 5 on your exhalation is one of the better ways to breathe. But of course there are many. But we're gonna do that today, okay? We're gonna breathe in for a count of 5, hold at the top for 5, and then exhale for a count of 5. And then pause at the bottom before we go again, okay? So you can close your eyes if it's safe for you to do so. Let your shoulders relax, and your jaw, and your belly. All right, so inhale for a count of 5. Hold. And exhale for 5. Let's do that again. Inhale for 5. Hold. And exhale. Let's do it one more time. The power of 3. Inhale in. And exhale. All right, take care.